Billy Beebe, 1480 WHBC here at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. Was it the USFL? Was it Canton McKinley? No, it was the Cleveland Browns practicing here today before they take a tour of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. A 30-minute practice followed by media interviews. What a day. It was hot, an 84-degree day. Let's take a look at all the action. After the practice, Coach Kevin Stefanski talked a little bit about the practice, the tour of the hall, and the upcoming season.
I've coached in it before with the Vikings. We came down here, I think, in 2014 or so. I thought it was an awesome experience just being here. A couple years ago, my family and I went on a road trip, and we stopped through Canton and had an awesome time in the museum. And again, we're a family of football fans, and just getting close to the game was so cool. So it's a unique opportunity to get down here.
These guys to know their roots.
I think it's important, honestly, Tom, for all of us in any walk of life to know the people that walk that path before you. My job as a head coach of the Cleveland Browns is finite. I won't have this role forever. And I know people have come before me. I know there are people that come after me. And just trying to learn about the past and respect the past, I just think is so important.
Is there anything?
I think it's just continuing what we're doing, Jeff. I think, as you guys have seen, we've been working a ton of situational ball. So we've been in the red zone every day. We've worked third down and fourth down every single day. So it's really just continuation.
One of the leaders of the defense, Anthony Walker Jr., we got to hear from him talking a little bit about the team this year, the practice today, and everything coming up.
This is exciting. I was actually hit up Ron Brewer earlier this year. I was like, hey, do you know somebody at the Hall of Fame I want to go visit? And he was like, just wait, we're going to go as a team. I was like, all right, cool. So I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Is there anything you're looking forward to looking at, man?
I mean, just the history. Understanding the players that come before you, the legends that have played this game. It's always a blessing. I've always prided myself on, holding up that legacy of, the hard work, the everything that those players stood for, and trying to become the best player that I can be, and in the hopes to get to that point one day. So to see it finally and to experience it would be great for me. I'll be completely honest. When I was in Indy, I thought that we established that culture there, and when I came here, it was a little different. And I'm starting to feel what I felt in Indy, when I was there, just the brotherhood that we had, all the guys coming together, the team camaraderie. Last year, it was, a little standoffish, and a lot of guys, again, this is professional football, so I get it. But to be a great team, you got to have that camaraderie, you got to have that team mindset, because when you go through the dark days of, sometimes you may lose, or the dog days of camp, the dog days of this grind, the mini camp, and everything like that. You need that team. When I first came, as soon as I came, one of the guys in Indy told me, Cleveland is like, there's no other fan base like Cleveland, and you're thinking like, why, or no, I'll see when I get there, and you realize it. This is what this team stands for. This is the whole community is behind this team. They want greatness. I talked to Ron Brewer. He was like, dude, when we were on 16, everybody was at every game. And that the city was there. Still supporting. And then even the next year, it's still the same thing. So you understand that. I can tell you this. When I was growing up as a Miami Dolphins fan, if they went 0-16, we were not going to the game. So. But this is exciting, man. It's when the city wants you to do well, when they want the team to do well, it's exciting to be a part of.
Some tough questions for veteran Joel Botonio. He talked about Deshuan Watson, Baker Mayfield, the Hall of Fame. A lot of great stuff for the veteran. He dove right into it.
Goes on that scale.
Yeah, I think you guys know Coach Stefanski's strategy. He likes to run the ball. He likes to play action off the run. But when you have a player like Deshaun, I think you're gonna work to his strengths as well. And we'll see the playbook when it comes out. But I'm sure there'll be some wrinkles in there.
Well, how do you feel about the depth of the offensive line?
I think it's good. It's probably one of the more deep O-line groups I've been on. There's a lot of players that can play, like guys with experience too. Michael Dunn and Blake Hant and Poe. Coming over from Seattle. All those guys are like NFL experience. Chris Hubbard has started a lot of games in his career. James got some experience last year. Those are all guys that aren't projected to even start for the team, and they've had tons of starts in their career. Plus, you bring in some rookies, some draft picks, and you got a good depth. It's going to be great competition in camp to see who makes times. And had the trip with the Bahamas where I got to know him, and all that stuff is in court, and they have legal battles to go through. But in this NFL, you're trying to get better. You're trying to find ways to win, and Deshaun Watson's a special football player. Yeah, Baker was my guy. I still remember the Thursday night Jets game when he came into the game and helped lead us to victory, and that was honestly one of the more special moments in my career, just because it had been so long since we won games. And he's a tough guy, and he played his heart. He played his heart out for us, and I always respect that. He's still a friend of mine. We text occasionally, and I think like everybody else, he's kind of waiting it out to see where he's going. But Baker did a lot for this franchise. He won a lot of games. He was a great player for us, and always be a friend.
Outlook for his career, you think he'll go on to great
season? Yeah, I mean, he's always had that chip on his shoulder, and I'm sure it's continuing to get bigger and bigger. A team's going to give him a chance. I know the contract situation's working itself out, but he'll get a chance to play. Quarterback's such a scarcity in this league that he's going to have a chance to play and perform.
The Browns visiting Canton. Who doesn't love it? They take a tour of the hall later today. Stay tuned on WHBC.com and WHBC social media for more.